Hey, this your girl Joy, and you are listening to the Gossip Guru Unleashed. Today we got Angelic Soul talking about love, family, relationships. You know it's a roller coaster ride whenever we got her on the line. So here you go.
Testament, um and there was basically talking about should we continue to keep the law, and it says only ones in spirit can enter the kingdom. So, and it goes on to say that the spirit is the law, because the laws and commandments was given to us to tell us what is holy. And so when you dealing with that, that's the spirit. You go into the spirit, you function in the spirit, you live in the spirit. And if you live in the spirit, you have seeds, you have things, fruits, you have a light, you have a whole package, a package on earth. We sent to earth. Because the Most High know. Hey, anything for her? Good to see you. The Most High know, like He knows what we need. He knows what we're gonna do before we do it. We just sent here on earth because He said He predestined us in the womb. So He sent us here on earth to choose what is good. Like, He sent us with a care package. Some people born in this family, some people born in that family, some people born in this family. He sent us a care package. And He allowed me to be downloaded to what my mission is here as a God on this earth, as a daughter of Zion. And He gave me the laws and commandments and say, this is what is holy. Walk in it. I'm in Gotham. I'm in Gotham. Everywhere I go is Gotham, because my care package is not only a download for me to live in it and choose what is good, but I have other things that they sent here for a reason too. They get the chance to choose what's good is too, but they don't. But they don't. And I'd be like, you're not gonna choose what is good? You're not gonna choose what is good? Okay. Mm-mm-mm. I be looking at and the Most High always been telling me, He been training me this. There's certain things that keep coming back in my mind over and over and over and over and over again. And then I'll get dreams and I'll get visions and he would like scriptures. It'd be the scriptures that keep coming back. I'm like, why is He giving me this scripture? Because I read the Bible. I know scriptures. I know what the spirit is. I have been manifesting myself in that realm. So I have tools because I was in a garrison. I had training in this for a long time. So I had to continue to choose what was good. And the Most High know that my ambitions is to do good. He also know that, and I say, I feel like He don't even want me to admit that I am just a man. He don't want me to admit that. He not allowing me to live in flesh. Because the real ones in spirit, no, we trying to get to our immortal body. So we have to continue to choose what is good, which is the spirit. These people that I see, the Most High be telling me, don't look at them. Look at the spirit. Look at the spirit that's in them. And it'd be hard because I'd be like, when you look at the spirit that is in them, they have some qualities of good, right? So when you look at it and you know the spirit is manifesting in them, they get to choose too what is good. Even if they was born with the path to cause destruction, before they cause it, they get to choose what is good. Because they have some good things in them. But they're overtaken by what is not good. And then we cross paths, whether on the internet, whether in person, whether when I'm going to the store, whatever. My neighbors, you are now You were part of my download. So now I'm like, okay, now the journey get a little bit. Remember, I was saying the other day, it felt like the crows. I kept seeing crows, and I was talking about the vouchers. So with this understanding that I'm understanding today, one of my Akiyats that was in my inbox, um, just reminded me, okay, no, look, like Angelic, look, and I'm like, okay, and I start to like listen and look, and I understood, like, okay, so the one that's in my inbox, she was sent to my download to tell me to look. She's sending me something that's in the flesh, but I have to understand it in the spirit. She's sending me something that's in the flesh but I have to make sure that I keep I have to make sure I maintain my spiritual self, my spiritual man. So when I look at these people, I be like, now I'm understanding. I'm just cross paths and I'm like, you didn't choose what is good. Okay. And I'm just going to stay in here. And I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do. But I have to choose what is good. And that's the best response. Me choosing what is good. You going to be whoever you want to be. Because you didn't choose what is good. But I have a record. I have a record. The Most High keep reminding me of this record. Not just for me, but the ones now is for the ones who crossed my path, because he still gave us a hidden jewel and said, those are still your brothers. Dang. In the flesh, they're my brothers and my sisters. But in the spiritual realm, they dealing with a spirit that's marked in their time, at a time like this, to choose what is good, and they don't. I know who I am. And I have to, the Most High said, establish that. He always told me. I had a season before this. I was trained before this. I had a whole bunch of stuff that was talking to me in the spiritual realm. And I used to talk to that spirit. I used to battle with that spirit. I said, no, I try to stop it. I try to stop my fate. He was giving me, and I was in my room literally on the floor. I had a bed, a queen size mattress on the floor. And like, I was talking up there for days and hours a day. Okay? To God. To God. I did it for about 6 months. I go downstairs, clean up, make sure my children are straight. They be watching TV down there. They can come up to me and tell me if anything's going on, but for the most part, they downstairs watching TV because we did all our chores. We ate. Now I don't went to the store and got some snacks. I make sure they always have snacks to keep them, maintained while I'm up there praying. And now I understand my faith. The Most High told me that I have to know who I am. I have to remember who I am. I have to believe who I am. And I'm like, well, yeah. Is it really who I am? Because I need or I desire stability, like in my life, where I don't want to have no worries for what I need. But the Most High, He's not going to give you, even if you're working for it and you desire it, He's not going to give it to you until He think it's your time to handle it. And also He rewards. He been reminding me that you about to go into another season. When I was in my last season, He was reminding me, like, and first He used to remind me, now I'm reminding Him. I'm like, yeah. You see what I'm doing? Father. Just like our Israelite men, that disciples used to do when the Most High used to give them a job. They used to go off and pray, and He'd be like, now I hope you see this. I hope you see that I am saying yes to what you're telling me to do. I'm saying yes to what you're telling me to do. I'm being humble for what you're telling me to do in every aspect. Because remember, I'm like fighting like this in the spirit. But as I fight like this and I continue to move, I'll be able to be still, okay, when I 100% submit to his word, right? But with me doing that is, it is some things that I feel like I challenge myself to make sure the Most High is seeing it. Because I'm like, because what would that lead me? If I just pray all day in the room and be a mother and be a wife and that's it, then is what type of like is that what you want me to do? Cause I don't know. I know I have to still be, deal with people because I want to work. Like I want to um have more money. So it's not like I can't make that my whole duty. So, cause I still then it's for real. It's how it is. This how you go back and forth. Cause I'm like, then I'd be like, okay. Then he just as soon as I said that, he put in the scripture in my mind. He said, but remember Proverbs 31. For a virtuous wife, a virtuous woman, she consider a field and she buy it. So that means they said she sell. She's a merchant. She get up and the before like she get up during the night to prepare meat for her house. That's getting up early, making sure everybody have breakfast, everything is together. So, of course, it's not meant for me to just be a mother and a wife. So now I'm trying to figure out how do I make money in a way that I can still support my family and my husband, which is a whole duty, but and still like have enough energy, enough strength to go to work. Because this is meal planning. I haven't even done that. You understand. With my life, I will be working sun up to sundown just in the house. Just in the house. It will become, and then some days, then I have to figure it out. I said, okay, well, then some days I can stack my load. I felt that's just for real. I can stack my load to make sure I have some free days. That's how you gotta function as a wife and a mother. Especially when you have multiple children. So it's like I just thought it was just me. Yes, it's a lot. You're not doing it by yourself. Yeah, so then I'm like, okay, so let's implement the children now that they have aged so I can teach them what they're supposed to have, which is value. Because I always say, even though I feel like certain things I don't agree with my childhood, I don't regret when my granddaddy and my grandma had me outside, like, tilting that ground, planting things, cleaning. I had to clean the bathroom on my knees with a rag on the floor. So I know. I did it damn near 3 times a week. I know. Like the value of being able to clean correctly. That's why people say you clean well. When you do clean, you clean well. But no, I clean a lot, but I clean well because that's what I was made to do. And I don't regret that. I don't, even though I complained then, I don't regret it because it gave me a value. It gave me a skill. Being able to clean well is a skill. So it's something that you're good at that you can basically turn into revenue. I appreciate that type of raising. Yeah, I do. A lot of things I don't agree, but I do. So I want to teach that, have that for my children as well. But then, you know, separate, make sure, like, that's what the parenting classes helped me with. I feel like I struggled with maintaining the difference between the personality of each child and what they require, because each child requires something different. Remember, we were talking about that. Any villagers that was in here that day, we was talking about that. And how each child discipline is going to be different. So when I was asking y'all that question about my 5-year-old, I'm like, okay, so he did this. I'm like, I don't know what to do, because I don't feel like any of what they telling me is going to work with him. And then it was like, y'all was like, no, you can just maybe do this. And I started, okay, let me start thinking about what I can do personally for him. Just getting prepared. And so I like that advice. And so now my mind is opening up to, okay, yeah, like, I don't have a 20-year-old, I don't have a 17-year-old. All of my children are growing up differently with different personalities, but the ages, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I had a 12-year-old daughter for my first time, but now my second oldest is a boy. So now I'm dealing with, okay, so how it's gonna be with my teenage son? You know what I'm saying? And then my children are tall. So can I imagine my 15-year-old, 16-year-old, even 17-year-old in my house? Now they standing over me, or they looking at me, or past me, and they acting. They don't have a correct function. They don't know how to they won't be able to learn to be able to function in this world because they don't have the right skills. So me as a mother is making sure, and then I wanted to make this clear. I'm not saying that, I'm never going to say that I'm a bad mom. Never going to say that I was a bad mom. Never. I don't feel like that. So this is not me saying I was a bad mom going good. Now people have their opinions, but this is me. It's just being a better mom. But I was never a bad mom. And as we grow, we get to learn those different skills, if you so seek it, to do that. Okay? Some people don't get it until their grandparents. But yes. So then I needed more structure. So yeah, it's just certain critiques that I needed, certain things that I did need, which is being a better mom that I have now. It's the age ranges, it's the structure, the routine. It's all of that. So by me having a big family, I'm like, okay, it's a load for me. So I got to make sure that that's my duty. Because the most I said, first, your duty is to be a mother and a wife. But remember, a part of your duty is to make sure that you provide for them too. Because that's what a virtuous wife do. That's what a virtuous mother do. That's what a virtuous woman do. Period. A virtuous woman, period. So we supposed to be businesswomen. If you read that, we supposed to be businesswomen, because how can we consider a lot to buy? How can I go look around and say, okay, I want this lot. Do I want that lot? Do I want that lot? Oh, I can afford this lot. I'm going to get this lot with no money. So I'm like, okay, that's a duty. That's a duty of mine as well. So I got to figure out how I can function in my load as a virtuous woman. So on these days, I'm going to stack the meals. Sisters, we're going to stack the meals together for the week. Because that way I will have put some restraint on the things that my body is going through with such a big load, and be able to chill. You know what I'm saying? Just stop it. Stop my day. Because I done did Saturday and Friday, or, Sunday and Thursday. I done prep for Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I ain't got to do nothing but just live. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because me doing it consistently, I can't cook every day. No, I'm not going to cook every day. I could, but I'm not. Because I know that in my background, while I'm cooking, because that's just something I got to do, I still got all these duties behind me. So I got to make sure as a mother, as a busy bee, I got to buzz over here, buzz over here, buzz over here, buzz over here, make sure this straight. Okay? Because, or as you get, the more you in your house and you growing and the Most High blessing you and you advancing, now you're getting more things, you're getting a bigger house, which require more work. The bigger the house, the more the work. Especially with me, because I'm going to fill it up. So it's always going to be something to do. You got to make sure this is put up. Got to make sure, especially if you buy your kids a whole bunch of toys, mess around and go in. Now, it's funny because I feel like it's real funny how people on TikTok showing their house. It's a lot of women on TikTok now showing their house. And their house be how my house was. And they come on there and they be like, as a mother, I'm going through so much. A lot of them. Juice boxes under the bed, all type of stuff. And I know a lot of people been saying that. It's funny how it's trending now. It's funny how when I show what I had to go through as a mother, and these women had men too. So I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe there's so many mothers on here that's showing their house being filthy and them literally cleaning it up. And they keep showing different areas, and the house be nice, decorations be nice, and I'd be like, isn't that ironic? Okay. But me, I don't want to function like that. They getting views, money, support, all that. I don't want to function showing my house nasty to get support. That was something that I was doing because it was my real life that I was going through with my postpartum at that real time. And I felt like it was kind of like a cry for help, but it was more like spiritually, it was more like, I don't care no more. Because when you're going through that depression, you just feel like, look, I'm just going to function. I'm not going to be, because you got to remember, when I'm in the spirit, I function so well. Everything to be in place, the energy in the house be calm, and all of that. I got so mad at God because I couldn't get my income tax. I'm like, God, I done got this house. I'm pregnant with these twins. I done have to move by myself, all my stuff. I had to, I had help, but like I had to dang near do what I did. In the beginning when I had my truck here and I was packing all that stuff up, doing with twins, with COVID. And I'm like, I'm supposed to get $9,000. I'm waiting. And I'm worried because I'm going to get it. Da, da, da. And I'm like, Then the basement was flooding. And this was so much stuff that was going on. And I'm just like, just sitting here. Then I go to a doctor's appointment. No, this is way before. This is before I even call him over there because I'm like, y'all didn't. I wasn't probably gonna be going until November. Remember that. But before that, that's what I was going through, and I took pictures of it and videos. Like they used to be downstairs sleeping and stuff. Because they had carpet on their floor before their floor was down there in their room. It was carpeted, but because it kept flooding, they took up the carpet. And that's how they painted the floor. They go on saying, "Mommy, it's flooding." I'm like, okay, come upstairs. Call the people out. I think they fixed it. They put some new carpet down, did it again. And I'm like, okay, come on. Because they wanted to sleep downstairs in their room. They had their little covers and stuff. So, Yeah, so then I end up going to a doctor's appointment. They said I couldn't leave because the twins was basically dropping in their heart rate. So I'm like, oh my God, I can't leave. How I'm going? I got all these kids at the house. No, what I was going to do? I got 5 children at the house. Well, they was at school. Um, yeah, they was at school. So Matthew was going to school and all that. So he had to go over there with his no, they came and did all of that. They came and cleaned, sprayed. They had professional people come out there and spray that basement. They repainted it and all of that. They painted the floors and all of that. They made sure they did a lot of fixing to that house one day, and they had people outside working. They had people inside working. They had to dig up the backyard. They had the bulldozers come back there. They had to fix the fence when they was done. They did a whole bunch of work to where it got repainted on all of that. So as the time progressed, I had to go through having the twins and stuff and dealing with that month of having to stay in the hospital, getting calls from home because one of the dogs passed away. They come home from school with the dog hanging because he jumped out. I'm like, oh, and I loved him. We had him for a long time. And so I had to deal with that. It was just a lot. So when they digged up the backyard, because it was already flooding in that basement, so water was coming from the ground to the basement. When they bulldozed it, it was just a whole bunch of rats that went everywhere. Cause then I started seeing rats, and it got so bad they had to call the people out to put boxes around the house. And then I seen all my neighbors have boxes and stuff. I'm like, at first I'm like, why? Because when I was first moving in there, I'm like, why do I see the vermin truck here across the street? I'm like, oh my God, I hope they don't have rats here. So you know it. They did. And when they digged up the ground, they didn't put new fresh grass down there. So when we went outside, it was muddy. It was just a mess. And I didn't have no money at that time. I'm still waiting. And I wasn't getting no child support because all of them cut me off. Every last one of them, they cut me off. Only thing I was getting was my Social Security. So I'm taking that to pay my bills. I have to pay lights, gas, and water. And trying to, get a bed here, get some spoons here. I'm building up. You know how you move into a motherfucking house and it's empty? I'm pregnant, all that. So I'm trying to maintain the house. We're going to keep this house clean, stuff like that. I go to the hospital, of course. They got handprints on the wall when I come back. Why my house looking like this? I'm in the hospital for a month. If I go home, something happens to the babies, I can go to jail. So I had no choice. So, I'll deal with that. When I came out the hospital and I had the twins, I had a setback or whatever. And then, because I was doing too much work by myself. And that's when the money hit. And I'm like, okay, the money hit. Yay, we want to go shopping. It's time to get everything. I ordered them great couches from Garner White. We went up there. I already had a whole bunch of stuff like pre-ordered, like in my cart, just waiting. So I spent 9 bands in 3 days. We filled up our house. It was so nice. Them pink curtains, the gray curtains, everything that you've seen in there. But right before that, I did go to the church because right before that, I had went to the church to get that brown furniture and they beds. So I'm like, okay. So that brown furniture was in my living room for like a month or two. Like a month. It was in there for a month. Yeah, that's when I was on Israelite side, talking about how my life was gonna change, and I had this like the Most High is gonna be with me, and I told everybody that the Most High is I'm about to go into just being this blameless person, and I was getting them dreams about my children being about to get taken away. That was when I was on the Israelite side of Bigo. So And that's when got on live, and I got so tired of the money hit, and I got all that stuff, and I got so overwhelmed with, all putting all this stuff up by myself. I put up 4 TVs on the wall. You know how hard that was to hold that damn TV up there just to put the screws in? It was a lot. So I got tired. I got overwhelmed. I put up that table, like the table. I was just had my twins, and I'm in there putting up a whole table like this. It comes separated, the whole thing. So you literally got to put up every piece to make it stick and all of that. I stayed up all night doing that. All night. And so, but I wound up getting it done. By that time, I dropped them off to their dad because I'm like, I'm not about to do this. Like, I can't do this. I can't do this by myself. And so I went back to try to, going back to my baby daddy. He acted like he was wanting to help. Then he did what he did. And then I got on Pico, and that's what was going on. I just feel like I just was like, it was just too much going on. But we had literally just got that house together like that. So everything happened so quick. And then the children started acting up more and more and more. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get that damn daddy. I can't do this. I cannot do this by myself. Like, I can't. It was just too much going on. It was too much happening that year. Moving into that house, not having nothing, going to the hospital. It was just too much happening in that year. Having COVID, all that. It was just too much. And mind you, before we left that house, how my house was when I at my when y'all see me at the other house before I moved to this house that I'm at now, all my stuff, and you was watching me on across the street, all my stuff in the living room was stacked to the ceiling. I moved all that stuff from each room and took it downstairs and put it in the living room. Everything in the house. And I cleaned out all the rooms. Dragging that stuff up and down the stairs, that was hard. Now, that whole closet, I had to clean it. I had to clean up everything. Unscrew everything. And so that's how I always move. So the house that we had before that one, where y'all met me at, we was sleeping on the mattress. We was going through so much. We was all sleeping on a mattress. We had all the mattresses in the living room. We broke down the furniture. All the beds was broke down because we wasn't going to take them old bunk beds with us. They all had bunk beds. Even Maya, she had bunk beds. The boys, it was 2 bunk beds in their room. So that was like 4 beds in their room. So I had to bring all that stuff down. The bunk beds was all chewed up. So we had to break it down, put it on the street, wait for about day, break the furniture down as much as we can, slide it out. And I'm pregnant. Slide it out outside, clean up the basement. Then we had a whole bunch of dogs that got pregnant. So we had 10 puppies. We had to go out in the streets. It was winter time in the car. Me and my kids give away dogs. We didn't even have time to sell them because I was just like, it's too many of them. They was getting bigger, so it was mess everywhere. I'm like, I got to get rid of these dogs. So I had to go outside, give them away. Probably like sold 2 of them. People came out and got them. But the rest of them, I was like, we got to go back. You know what I'm saying? We got to get rid of these dogs. All that happened in the year that y'all met me. Just so y'all know. And then, so we stayed or whatever. The house was just old. Remember, we lived in that house for 4 years. So the floors, we was painting the walls and stuff. We had to repaint the walls. We've been there for so long. The floors got wilted. It's an old house. So I'm painting the windows. I'm trying to maintain the house. But it needed a lot of repairs. A lot of repairs. And it was just a lot going on. It was a lot going on. We was fighting Patrick. It was just a lot. Then I had got rid of him, and I was doing it by myself while I was pregnant. He was still coming over trying to break in the house. We called in the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, daddy here, all this stuff. Call the police. Call the police right now. We was dealing with that. So when I moved out that house in March, I didn't call him back. So I guess you say 7-8 months we was without him. Then I had got tired and called him back. And when I shouldn't, because I just got all that stuff. I should just. But the reason why I called him back is because the my children was just acting out. They was acting out. I was so overwhelmed. I was so overwhelmed. It was a lot going on. And then 3 months in being on Bigo, they got taken, get married, have another child, and now I'm here. So it's just a lot that be happening in my life at one time. I don't know why people don't understand that. The scene that y'all seen this whole year, that was a lot. Minus my children, not my life is always like that. It always be a lot. All year. And I don't even be having to have no man. So it'd be a lot when it just be me and my kids. It'd be a lot when I just be going to work and coming home, dropping them off at daycare, picking them up. And I try to create a normal space for them a lot of times. And we have a normal calm, when I'm with just me and them, a calm space. But when we get to struggling, they destroying couches, they destroying TVs, they destroying phones. Like, oh, let me see your phone. End up in the toilet, end up broke. Gotta try to hustle up some money to get another phone. Or gotta wait 2 weeks in the hole till I get something to get another phone. We live like that. They broke the couch, put holes in the couch. So I brought couch covers to cover up the holes. It got too bad. Now we just gonna throw the couch out because you could barely sit on it. Let's break it down, throw it outside. That's what, now we gotta sit on the floor. So he's fine. Why do I think that is? Because I be struggling. That's why. That's the truth. Because I be struggling. That's why. So I make decisions from me struggling. And sometimes it don't be the right decisions, but I be struggling. So, mentally, I be like, I need some help. So, yeah. I don't know why people think I'm be living this extravagant life. Like I don't struggle. So, and so it's not, so yeah, just that makes it hard when you have even more children. And people can say, why this, why that, why that. It doesn't negate the fact that they're here. And it doesn't negate the fact that I've been taking care of them since I was 16. I was pregnant at 15. And I maintain to do the best that I can along the way. Not even mentioning my childhood. People keep on saying, why you keep on mentioning your childhood? I'm healed from my childhood. It does not mean that the effect of my childhood doesn't make a difference on how my life was. Period. That's just the end of it. That just is what it is. Having a father in your life matters. Having a mother in your life matters. When you don't have them in your life, it makes a difference in your decision making. So having the right, giving your children endorphins by giving them hugs, by giving them kisses, by giving them energy, by giving them chi, they feel that. And it's a good support for the brain. The brain needs those endorphins. It's a part of the humans, how humans function. So that's why it wasn't meant for men to be alone. That's why. Because that's a part. We need love. We need some affection. That's why he gave Eve to Adam. It wasn't meant. Our body wasn't created. Just like our body wasn't created to eat a dog. Our body wasn't created to eat swine. Our body was not created to eat shrimp. It's not what the Most High gave us. He didn't design our body to eat that. Just because he created it on the earth. He created it for its form and its way and its creation and the way it functions. Everything else, he gave everybody a design. So I know that. I understand that. And it took me to receive love to understand what love was. It took for me to love myself first to want to choose better, because I could have been in situations still if I didn't choose to love myself. I the one that said, no, I'm not dealing with this. You don't want to keep commandments? I don't give a damn how much you helping me. I don't care if this is content. You gotta go. You gotta go. We cannot be together. I don't care. It's never gonna work. My daddy made sure we knew exactly. And so now with Junior, like, I'm kissing him constantly. It's like I know, and when I'm kissing him, my mind is giving him energy. I'm pushing energy from myself because I want him to feel my love, and he can feel it because we have powers. We know how to manifest. Energy is powerful. So, and when he do that, he relax, he stretch. You can feel his energy as he received love. So hugging and kissing, it gives you that energy that we all need. And I've learned that. I've learned that. And like I said, it's crazy because it's a natural reaction for me. It's always been a natural reaction for me as a mother. But when things got hard, I trained my kids to live like things was hard. I always, in my mind, I always wanted them to see, and I explained to them things along the way. How you think they so smart now? It didn't happen just overnight. It couldn't just happen in a year. Oh no. Because I raised them like that. So they're able to use their mind. They're able to use scenarios and understand deep things because they wasn't as sheltered. So they was able to use reasoning skills and apply thoughts here and emotions here. And as I spoke to them along the way, they understood what I was going through as a single mother, how important it is for them to work together, how important it is for them to love each other, how important it is for them to still be kind to older women. I used to teach them that. Open up the door. The people used to walk past and be like, thank you. They used to be seeing them in there. He opened up the door. They used to give us a pizza. And it's crazy because it used to be my last $8. Now you're going to go get it hot and ready. And he opened up the door and she was like, thank you. I'm going to buy your pizza. So teaching them, I said, see, come back to the car. See. I'm like, go in the store. Mama, what am I supposed to do? Go in the store, give them the money. That's all you have to do. And he all shy getting out the car. Like I'm sitting with my car parked so I can see inside. Because, Little Caesars windows, they got bay windows that's long like my husband. So you can like kind of see. All right, when times get rough. And don't give up. Yeah, that's what I'm teaching them. Like, times get hard. Don't give up. You see, when I'm out with mommy, come on, y'all. All them groceries I used to get delivered to my house. And people be like, she ain't never feed them. She ain't never do this. She ain't never do that. Anybody who was a villager that was in my room, they would see all them times my groceries get delivered to my house. The whole kitchen floor used to be full of groceries all the way to the living room. And we used to unpack them. We sure did. And we used to do that at least once a month. Sometimes twice a month. How you think all the food got gone? And it was always used to be healthy. Cheese, yogurts, a whole bunch of yogurts. Couldn't even close the goddamn thing. Fruit, cereal, bread, sandwich, meat, all types of stuff. So, yeah, they come on, work together. Y'all tired? Because by that time, we just got done cleaning up the house. Y'all tired? Come on, the last little bit of energy, I need y'all to work together, put this food up, and then y'all can pick out y'all what y'all want. Push past the weakness. I know it's a lot, but we all working together. Let's get it done. And of course, I got to go behind them and make sure it's good. But yeah, and that's what teaches them to understand that life get hard, but y'all need each other. Work together, get it done. Morals, values, working, being a part of society. My children is not. I'm not going to teach my children that they have to work for someone. It's my duty. If I want to make sure they know it, it's my duty to make sure that they it's my duty to make sure that they know how to work for themselves. So it's not just me saying work for yourself. It's me giving them skills on how to work for themselves. So when they get back, they're going to understand that. They're going to know that. We're going to come up with ideas that they can do at least once a summer to get them to earn some money. We can look up stuff and different ideas, put it together with the money that we have and make it work. And at the end of the year, they get to see how good it was. How much do we make? And donations too. We're going to put donations because people might want to donate, just don't want nothing. They just want to donate. Donations and how much revenue we made, how much money we spent on the stuff. And I'm going to break it down to them. Did it work out? Did we break even? This is how you learn how to work for yourself. It's not just me telling them to work for themselves. It's me showing them how to work for themselves. Then with my daughter going to high school and going to college soon, she get to get more experiences because there's different programs that she can go into with her having good grades. Because she always had good grades. Even when she was with me, she had good grades. And then she was in reading. She was in reading scholar. So she had an extra English class when she was with me. And all of that. So she get a chance to be able to go into these what they call it, internships and stuff at her age, get the training, get used to being in the company, asking what she needs to move her further in the company. And sometimes it's quick and easy. They have different times. They let the kids go up to the school and sit, and if they want to be a lawyer, they have different programs, different dinners, events in Detroit City where they let the young 15, no, 6, I think you got to be a certain thing. I think like 16 and up sometimes get into these different organizations and programs. They have a lot of programs. Sometimes it take a little money. So that's her time. Okay, what you about to do to make money? Are you going to sew? Do you want to sew? You don't know if you want to sew. Let me show you. Let's sit down. Let's on the Sabbath. Let's do some creative things to get your mind open. Do you want to sew? Do you like designing? Because that's a skill. You can, if you want to do that, since you like making stuff. Do you want to do hair? That's a skill. Let's try it. They got this little hair braiding program over here for girls at your age. And then in Michigan, when they get a certain age, they can actually work and get paid from the government. They will give them a check. They put on these little yellow shirts and they work for different places in the city. And they get a check. So it's different things that they can do. Okay, what you gonna do with your money? What are you going to do with your money? Like, well, the first thing you can do with your money is pay your phone bill. That's the first thing you can do with your money, because now you at the age where you can pay your own phone bill. And you need to know how important it is that before you can do anything else, you got to make sure that your rent and your bills is paid. Now, rent, I'm not talking about that. But your phone bill, that's a necessity that you want, and it's something that we need, but you need it, so that means you need to have the responsibility of paying it. But mom, my check only $400 or my check only $350 because they took out taxes, so now I gotta pay my phone bill, and my phone bill is $60. Well, you got a choice. You could break it down to $50. You got the Wi-Fi at the house. Only time you need it is when you are not at the house, and or you can break it down to $30. Now with the $30 plan, it's gonna buffer a little bit. Teaching them real life skills. So when people talking about this and talking about that and talking about this, when they talk about that, when it comes to children, it's so many different I's that need to be dotted and T's that need to be crossed. And if you're struggling, it's kind of hard to maintain that. So me, That's what I'm like, okay, well, let me go ahead and fix up my household. I know I'm going to be comfortable. Now I know when I get up and I go downstairs, I'm going to shuffle my feet a little bit because I feel comfortable because everywhere is where it's supposed to be and my house is filled up and it's nice. That when I go drink me a glass of juice and I go sit down, the glass is crystal clear and I'm comfortable with my feet up and my kids got clean clothes on that's new and their hair is done and I'm sitting down watching my series. I'm comfortable. It is not a comfortable because it's well, you living like this and you comfortable. No, it's a comfortable that's you living like that. It looks nice and it's comfortable. That's my peace of mind. That's why I like to keep my house filled with stuff like that because my house is where I dwell in. It's my peace. If my house not together, I don't want to go out and get no white rocks. I don't want to go get no gazebo because I need to get this, and this for my inside. So when my inside is settled, then I can work on the outside. So that way I can go outside and enjoy what I have. That's because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I want to see some flowers. Why I got to go downtown and sit down and eat, see some flowers? No, I'm going to get a gazebo and put some furniture in there and fill it up with plants. So that way I can feel like I'm in Paris at my own damn house. If I got to go get some cheese spread, that can be an eventful thing to do. Okay? And put it on the table with some roses. I'm going to do that for myself instead of going to go pay somebody to get a visual. Okay, that's how I am. And I've always been like that. Always. So, and I'm teaching my kids. And I'm giving my daughter feminine energy. She needs to know how to plant things and decorate and with flowers. She needs to have that visual as well. It's all endorphins that the mind needs to function. And because I'm sitting here with these downloads and this package plan that we were talking about earlier, I'm just trying to make my time on earth before Hamashiach come back as pleasant as possible. And that's how I can live this perfect life that the Most High want me to do. The only thing that I need to check off is owning a house and having supportive income that's going to I can't even succeed. I got to supersede functioning because I got to make sure I got stuff that if something break, if the car break down, I got to have some money to fix the tire. I can't wait for Tuesday, Wednesday. We need a car. So I always got to make sure I supersede what I already have because, like I said, as a mother, you got to make sure it's A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So, yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I don't care what nobody say, okay? I don't care what nobody say about my family. I don't care about what nobody say with people that's in my life that was either born with me or that I was born into or came along the way. I don't care. I'm going to live my life. They can say whatever they want to say. I got ish to lose. My focus right now is on my kids. You can hoop and holler and come on, girl, let's fight, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm gonna look at you while you stupid. And if you touch me, I'm calling the police because that's what. If I fight, I'm going to jail. I done been there, done that. I done learned my lesson. Now, if you touch me, that's different. I have all rights to defend myself. That's why I'm always recording. So that's just it. I don't care. I'm not going to respond to anything that somebody is trying to get me to respond to. I'm the content. This is all really about me. So I control this atmosphere. Oh, well, my bad. I control this atmosphere. And I don't want to allow anybody to take me out of my atmosphere. Whatever my atmosphere is whatever it is. You are welcome to talk about it. You are welcome to hate it, or you are welcome to love it. At the end of the day, it was just a little misunderstanding. Salakia. This is my life. I am like 40 beans away, you guys, to my next star. Can I get to my next star? Because I'll be forgetting that I'll be hosting. Um, and that's it. You can call it weak, you can call it ugly, you can call it stupid, you can call me scared, you can call me all of that. I already done proved enough. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not. And when I prove that I'm not scared, it end up with me behind bars. Cause then I go get to going crazy, get to start doing stuff. Then people want to lock me up. So before that happened and I lose everything that I have, because I have a lot. I have a lot to lose. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do as a woman first, because I owe that to my kids and I owe that to my husband. For me to be able to handle myself, to make sure that we able to continue to live our life and not get distracted by the dumb ish that have no value in my life. Because when I look outside, I'm looking at this. Everything else is behind me, and I ain't got to turn around to look because I'm too focused on what's going on in front of me. So that's my response. If anybody looking for a response, that's the response. And I have to remember to tell myself to continue to keep the response, because there's no point and no reason to care about anything else when I'm getting everything that I need and I want. No. Why do I care? The Most High is going to provide for me with whatever I need and whatever I want. He's going to send people for things. He's going to automatically just give it to me. Some things I'm going to work for. He's always going to have something aligned for me to get what I need. And I have to believe that. I have to have imuna. As long as I'm working in the spiritual realm, doing what I'm supposed to do. So when he check in on me, because he always watching, and my life is being recorded in heaven on everything that I do and say and think, I personally don't got time to be throwing away my life and risking me going to the kingdom and dealing with these things of the world. Because at the end of the day, that's all it's all about. I'm trying to secure my spot. What Angelic say? She says she's about to secure her spot to the kingdom. That's it. That's it. That's all. So, and I encourage other people to have that same zeal. Have that same zeal. I'm trying to secure my spot in the kingdom. I'm not about to get up out my seat to go address something to where it's going to end me in behind bars, like, and locked up away from my promise. I ain't even had to move out my seat. And that's what I'll be doing. I'll be moving out my seat to entertain the people that's watching me sit down and eat. Well, all I got to do is just sit down and eat. That's it. And let whatever else stay in front of my feet. Because it's just a shadow. And that shadow, as it mean walking on this earth as an Israelite, it's going to probably always be there. Always. Because I'm the light. That's why. When I'm in darkness, ain't no shadow. So it's always going to be the shadow when you light. It's going to follow you wherever you go. You're going to turn around. It's going to be right there. Remember we used to chase our shadows and see where it's going to go? It's going to be right there. Why? Because you walking in on this earth as light. And so things around you see your light. And the only way that they matter is if they in your reflection. So they got to stick to you. You make them them. You make them feel important because you're addressing them. You like, oh, there's a shadow there. Instead of just being like, okay, you're going to walk under my feet anyway. So just know that you're there. Just know that you exist. And them all the reads that I'm going to give. I'm going to give the reads that's going to speak to me as I'm speaking. And tell me that I'm great. Then tell me that I am more than a conqueror. I'm more than what this earth is trying to put on me. Which is this just being defiled. I don't want to be defiled amongst the ones that is condemned. We gotta tell ourselves that. We have to make sure that we tell ourselves that, because if we don't, we're gonna fall short. We can choose to fall short sometimes. And I'm tired of choosing to fall short when I ain't got to. Because I love God. I love him. I love y'all. I love the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the Bible says if I don't keep commandments, that's a lie. The scripture says that if you don't keep commandments, you say you love God, you don't keep commandments, it's a lie. Google it. Put just what I said in Google bar, KJV version. You can't say you say you love God and don't keep commandments. That's a lie. KJV, and it's gonna give you the scripture. I don't be lying. These is the words of the Bible. This is the words of the Most High. So, and why call good evil? That's something that's good for your spirit and your soul. Why call it evil? Because what is the law? The spirit. So, look, I'm carrying this kingdom on earth. I'm going to have vile, nasty vermin try to attach itself to me. The dead. I'm walking amongst the dead. And it's trying to consume my life. That's what these demons do. They try to enter in to what? To get you out of your spirit. They need your life. They need the light because they're dead. And I myself know that I can walk on above them. Instead of walking and making sure that half they done got all the way up to my legs, all the way up to my pelvis bone. So I'm halfway in with them and halfway out. No, I need to walk above it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm walking above it. And sometimes I gotta speak. And this app is a portal. This app is a portal. I believe that this app is a portal, but it is a portal, a door, but it's people that's there that need to be, I would say, brung out. And when you enter into it, it's the test of faith. It's a test of who you are. It's a test to see how you're going to respond. It's not a portal to God. No, she's saying it's like a wicked portal. But just not just these apps. This app is just to recognize what is amongst this earth. You can't say you get on this app and you cussing and fussing and saying all type of nasty, vile things out your mouth and being evil and doing this thing that people do and say, but in my real life, no, this is your real life because you're being recorded on heaven and earth on what you're doing. And whatever you put out, you will get back. Do you know that this is how universal laws is? This is how the Most High made it? If you see somebody outside, all right, and you see a crowd of people kicking them, and then you go over there and you kick them too, you will get it back. And then while the person is but the Most High is saying, don't kick. But then you like, no, I'm gonna kick too because, hey, y'all, let's have a fun. We having a party kicking, right? When that person don't understand, that person that was getting kicked still have enough strength to get up and walk. And when that happened, because you find out that the reason why they was kicking them is because they trying to stop something, this person from being great, right? You realize like, wait, it's really up to me. So you say that this is a portal, it's up to me to stop them from kicking me. So you get up. And they was kicking you because they never want you to understand that. That's the only thing you needed to get to what you was called to be and get what you was called the Most High to give you is to recognize that it's up to you. We have our own path that we choose. And when you get to that level, only thing in that level is some people do it unawarely. not knowing. But when you get to that level of understanding, that you have chosen to be wise. Not everybody have wisdom. Wisdom, it takes training to get wisdom, because it means it's experience and having knowledge and making sound judgment. So sometimes it take people time to learn how to make sound judgment. So when you don't make sound judgment, remember, from the lack of understanding, there many are destroyed, right? The lack of knowledge, that's what the scripture says. So when you start to learn wisdom, when you start to have experience in things, and then when you have those experiences, you make sound judgments. See, in my life, a lot of my experiences was already set before me, without me having a choice. That made me bitter, because that's what bitter is. When something happened to you that you didn't even cause, and you're mad about it. But because of those experiences that I already was born with and born into, I still had to choose sound judgment. Good day, happy Friday. I have to choose sound judgment. So when I choose sound judgment, I become wise. So now I'm manifesting and I'm walking in my wisdom. And that's beautiful. And wisdom is old. Wisdom, the scripture says, if you read the book of Psalms, book of Proverbs, that wisdom was here before. She was created while the earth was being created. If you read the book of Proverbs, for real, Google it, put it in the search bar, put up KJV. The wisdom was here and when the earth was being created. So wisdom is old. It's and remember, he knows the beginning and the end, because that's what Christ is. He's the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega, right? So wisdom was here and she's going to be here at the end. And the Bible calls wisdom a her. So that's why I like that verse when the or India Irie, she said, he'll get it together. Never see it's beautiful when you start to see the beauty in getting old. And that was like a play on words to saying wisdom. Like, you gotta heal your body, you got to heal your heart. Whatsoever you sow, you will reap. Get it together. Like, so you start to listen to that song, and it's talking about an ugly duckling going into a swan. It's saying you can fly, 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 fly. Like, so now you have came out of something that was keeping you in bondage, and it was only yourself. It's really how you have to change your messages to change your whole mind. And when you do that, you go into yourself first, because that's where your destiny is. So you have to submit to yourself. And because I'm angelic soul, that's who my self is. Angelic. And I'm soulful. And soulful is my roots. This is what you see. Soulful is my roots. It is my culture, my nation. It's Jerusalem. It's Zion. So I'm wanting to submit to that more. And I know that the older that I get, the more that I submit, I seem to be like, all you want to do is sit in the house. It was a lot of times that I did want to sit in the house. I did. And I appreciate sitting in the house. But then the Most High be telling you, all right, come out. See, the Most High, he your father. He'll tell you what you need when you need it. He's always with you for the ones who open up the door and let him enter. He'll let you know what you need. He'll be like, come on, get out the house. We're not meant to sit in the dark all day. That's why it's good to open up the blinds. We're not meant to just sit in the house. He wants us to enjoy life and have it more abundantly. So he'll tell you, get out the house. Go out. Go out. That's why he gave Adam, he said, name the animals. He's seen what? Adam had all this stuff. He said, Adam looks sad. He looked like he needs somebody. So it's okay for us to go out and, come out because, me and my husband be talking about this. Do you know that if we were in tunnels, if we always sat in darkness, things in our body would start to change? If we would live in caves, different, we were like morphosized into something. That's how deep this world is. Because this app is unlawful in God's eyes, which makes it a sin. Is that true? Please answer. But this is everywhere. This app is the world. The scripture says that the whole world will be evil in these days. This app is the world. I should be able to. Me being on this app should not dictate who I am as a person. So it's the test of faith. Like, you can't say it's this app, you don't know how to control it. It gets you out your character, but you said that you are skilled in being a servant of God. This app is actually good training. Shalom, shalom, Mama Wanda. This app is good training to be able to live amongst people. And the decisions that you make, you might end up with a friend on here, end up on here pressing live because somebody did this, somebody do that. It's a test of faith. And if I'm not on this app, it's going to be somewhere else. It's going to be at my job. If I'm not on this app, it's going to be in church. They be arguing in church. They be having little spats and issues in church. Thank you, Mama Wanda. If it's not on this app, it's going to be in my marriage. I got to learn what's going on in my marriage. If it's not in this app, it's with the kids because they going to school and coming home and bringing issues and bringing sin in, and they got people coming on the door wanting to fight. It's always something. So it's not about just this app. It's about how you carry yourself. It's about you being authentically you. But in the beginning, it was this app because I didn't have no training on this app. I didn't have no training in the world because I always didn't have wisdom. And what is wisdom? Having an experience and making sound judgment. So in my life, my biggest mistake was not making sound judgment because I had a lack of wisdom. But now that I'm growing and I'm seeking Yah, He's given me wisdom. So now I'm able to make sound judgment. That was the problem. It wasn't because I didn't want to. It wasn't because I had any intentions on being evil. It was just because I didn't make sound judgment. I went after my flesh instead of going after what is the right thing to do. And I just did it. That's not making sound judgment. And that's where I respect it. That's the truth. We be going against our better judgment and our womanly instincts all the time. Wisdom, the scripture says in the book of Proverbs, if you read it, is in the first chapter, that wisdom knocketh at the door. She tried to enter in. You don't listen to her. And then she goes away, and then you're going to be crying to her, talking about some help me, help me. And the Bible says the wisdom going to laugh at your calamity. She's going to laugh at you when you need her because she was trying to come to you and you didn't listen. That's what the book of Proverbs says. Thank you. So it's important that we listen to our instincts. But sometimes we feel like our instincts is wrong. So that's where you go. You deal with the battle of right and what's wrong. And even in that, we don't make sound judgment. So just because we're battling what's right and wrong, it does not mean we're evil people because we choose what's wrong. It's because we're supposed to learn from our mistakes. That's the mistake. That's what the mistake come in at. So again, sometimes it's be the same space, different face. So did we go into this other season to where we got this same situation, but a different face, a different experience, and we still make the wrong decision. So at some point we have to wake up, and a lot of people miss that. A lot of people do. And my 30-year-old self, where I am in this time, it's unsafe to make errors, but I am allowed to. Why? Because I still have things that I need to seek that haven't even been offered to me yet. So right now I'm just grasping, okay, that's why I'm in my house. And that's what the Most High, that's what I've been doing in the spiritual realm. Okay, I'm at this house. What do I need? I got this. I got that. When they come back, they're going to need tissue. They're going to need broth. They're going to need pennies. I want to make sure I get enough broth, enough pennies, enough socks. So I ain't got to buy it for the next couple of months. I want to make sure all the things are covered. to where I was walking in the whirlwind. I didn't know how to be still. Because in my mind, I want to make sure wisdom apply. I want to make sure that I'm making sound judgment with everything I do. And with that means the Holy Spirit is always with you. You're allowing the Ruach. The Ruach literally be that light that led the Israelites through the Red Sea when they was going away from Egypt. That light that they followed into the wilderness and kept Passover. And it was given the laws and commandments. It says the light led them people out of that water. So when you have the Holy Spirit with you, the Ruach with you, you're constantly listening to which is good. Because I keep telling y'all, we're offered three people that's living within us. Ourselves, the Spirit, which is the Most High, and you got the enemy. The scripture says that Eve, the enemy, talked to Eve. It was something that was in her mind that spoke something that was against the commandments of God. And what happened? It led to them dying. Because before that, they wasn't going to die. It led to sin. The scripture says that the thorns came up. In the garden, there wasn't no thorns. Now you got thorns when you're trying to grow the vegetables. Now you got hardships. He said the man going to tip the ground and it's not going to tip. So now the woman with birth is going to be hardened even more. The enemy is going to do this. And so now we got all this lawlessness around us, all this sin. And we still got to choose what is good. And some people choose what is bad, and I have to walk amongst them. And they got legions of demons in them. So it's this training. We literally training like Naruto, like Dragon Ball Z. We literally have to go into our chi, our inner self, and align it with the Most High. This is a training. This is a spiritual training. It's a cleanse. Sometimes you got to fast. Sometimes you got to anoint your house. Sometimes you got to anoint your kids. Sometimes you got to. That's why I don't get into sage. I believe in the Most High, but that's why people use sage, because they know that it's different spirits and energies around us. I don't know why people don't think that. That uniquely is designed to come against you. But the Most High is not letting us Israelites use that as an excuse no more, because he's saying, seek me. I'm telling you what to do. Now, I'm telling you to read. I'm telling you to read that Bible so you can know how to live on this earth. So when you don't do it, you can't say you ain't know. So the more I go into them Israelite camps, they read them scriptures to me, I'm more accountable for what I do, because he's giving me the wisdom. So now I'm more accountable. I'm more accountable than you, because I read it and I believe it. So it's harder for me. It's so easy to bend my ass over and twerk. It's so easy to be lawless. It's so easy to do that. The challenge is submitting yourself to the truth, which is the word of God. And you become weird. Why? Because everybody else on earth doing something different. Or they're doing the same thing. You doing something different. Now you're weird. Now they want to attack you. Because people be jealous. They could be having a good old time doing what everybody else doing. But you over there doing your own thing. Because you when you're doing your own thing, you're going to automatically have your own light. When you do your own thing, when you are different, when you are weird, you have your own light. Because everybody else, they like stick together because they're doing the same thing. They all getting BBLs. They all getting the lace fronts. They all getting the long. It's nothing wrong with what I'm saying, but I'm saying most of them are doing the same thing. So if I walk around with something, with jewelry around my head and something in my lip, and I'm praising God, and I got on the scarf, and I got on the skirt to go to my legs, they like, she got her own light. She's sticking out because everybody else is doing the same thing. Be twerking and loud, right? So, yeah, girl, I was thinking about them the other day, yesterday. But yeah, sage is an herb in the body. I cook with it, so its intentions will make good or bad. That's true, butterfly. That's true. That's true. Even with that, you got to be careful, because it's different religions where people have did certain things while they was doing stuff. Like me, like I said, I want to start using like some black ink to go from my lip to my chin. And y'all know, like, that can come off as looking like Haitians. And you know, with me having energy and me being so allowed to walk in the spiritual realm, I don't want to go into no all that other stuff and end up um lost. I'm kind of scared to go into who I'm designed to be when in the spiritual realm, because I got to make sure that I don't go against the commandments. I got to make sure that I don't go into believing that I can call it dead or but start doing chants, and you know what I'm saying. I don't want to. You got to make sure you walking on that narrow road. You got to make sure that one foot is in front of the other, carefully walking, because there's so many things around us that can pull us into something and have a stronghold on us. So because my energy is so powerful, my chi is so powerful, and I'm going into this, I'm allowing myself to be who I am. And it's okay to do that. And you're going to see me one day where I got these scars and I'm listening to these chimes and I got this black around my lip and I got these chains on my neck, and I don't want to be uniquely who I am. I am a tribal woman. I can't hide from my roots. I'm angelic soul. That soul it matters, because that's who I am. I can't go away from my soul. So every time I try to wrestle against that, it's always going to lead me to destruction. So even though I'm uniquely different, I'm different. When you look at me, you're going to see that I'm different. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay for me not to. And then because I carry that, like people automatically think that I'm better than them, because I look at them and I'm like, I don't want to do what you do. I want to be like me. And I'm confident and I'm living in my own space. And when people see that, they get jealous. They can have houses, cars, have a degree. They look at me and I'm different and they just get jealous, because it's not in them to do what I'm doing. And what I'm doing, I'm making it look damn good. I'm looking beautiful. It's a beauty that come out of me when I'm myself. I don't just have them chains on my nose. That's tribal, which means I'm married. That's what it means in my culture. Or you can have it right here on your nose, which means that I'm married. Like I basically what I'm saying is I just it's just a lot of things that happen spiritually when we are ourselves, when we come into who we are. Be yourself. You don't need this is my life. And I've been allowing too many people to put their hands on my life. You know what I'm saying? I've been allowing too many people to put their hands on my life by letting them in to me. So you want to talk about me, whatever. You want to say you want to fight me, you want to spit on my face, you hope that I die, all this stuff. The same thing, they spit on Christ. So you want to spit on me and I'm trying to be like Christ? Girl, I know that it's because of who I am. And so that's the shirt off the shoulders they gotta get back. That's the dirt off the shoulders. You're like, I don't, whatever. Thank God you don't look like what you've been through. That. That part. So, yep. I love my life. I love my life because God is the head of my life. And sometimes I be getting bored. Because it's just so content, you know? And so I can't wait till my chimes come so I can be out here like, see, when you get into sound frequency, you guys, sound frequency it gives, see, you know how, let me tell y'all something deep. Y'all should listen to me. You can look up this information too. But the body is so powerful. Body is real powerful. And there's different things that we can do to bring us, because we all energy, to bring us good chi, right? So when it comes to sounds is a frequency. When you listen to music and stuff like that, that's why they know how to put demonic energy on you when they listen to these certain songs, it causes a different energy in you. But if you get into sound therapy, it's like okay. So remember I was talking about endorphins. When you kiss your child, you get these endorphins in your mind, or when you kiss your husband, you get these endorphins that your brain react to, and it just flows through your body like an energy. When you're listening to sounds, it kind of like it's like a feel good. No different than people love watching. What's the things they like to like listen to people use their nails to tap, or um pulling some what they used to call that stuff, that little glue that people play with, pulling it off something. And I like the way that sound. They like the way people sound when they eat. So when you get into like chimes, little dings, dings, like all of that, it gives you a good healing energy. That's what it do. Whatever it do to your mind, it sends it down, and it feels so calming. It was like it releases something. So I'm getting into sound therapy, sound frequency. So the first thing I brought was some chimes. The next thing I'm gonna buy is the I wanted to buy the drum, and I wanted to buy the bowls. The You ever see somebody go with them bowls? You can do it when you hum too. And it does. Yes, yes, sound bowls help my headache go away. Yes. I just ordered the bowls. Yes, Mama Wanda. Yes, you're gonna love it. I just been listening to it, and the Most High put it on my spirit to want to get it. And especially when you're doing that, can you imagine doing your bowls in the summertime, and you right there where the sun sit high in the sky, and you got you a little cover out, and you listen to those bowls. It'd be like. Ting. It's just so healing. You would feel so much being released. Sound therapy, look it up. And I made sure it wasn't demonic. I made sure it wasn't no witchcraft ritual. It's literally a therapy. It's telling you how your brain, sound therapy, you look it up, all the research, all the etymology, which is the origin of it. It's literally creating, people have used things to create sounds. Is it the bowl chakra set? So that's what I don't do. So there's different types of bowls. I'm just getting plain bowls. I don't want to get no bowls with no eye on there, nothing with no chakras, words on there, no chakra colors, red, blue, purple. I'm not doing all of that. I'm just getting the regular brass bowls, or, I don't want nothing. I'm not trying to call any. Okay. So yeah, be careful with that. Be careful with that. So you said something about for drugs. What? In the car? The car is for my kids. I have a car, and the roof go down. The car is for my kids. So, because I don't need no big car. It's just me and my husband. The car is for them. So how is I'm scamming from that? What? Protect your energy. Yeah, I want the different sounds and stuff, but I have to go. Shalom. I will be back later, everybody. I have to get to my son. It was good to see y'all. Look for new content on my YouTube page, which is Immuna Angelic Life. I'm gonna put it into the comments right quick. And I got some Passover video that's going to be uploaded, and some more content coming on there a little later. I love everyone who sat in the village and spoke with me. And village is not just about supporting, although I would want y'all to support more, but village is literally about the people who come in, we talk about real stuff in life. People are going to pick apart what I'm saying, whatever, I don't care. But for the ones who come in here and engage, talk about life experiences, motherhood, marriage, dogs, just all the stuff that we go through as women. When we come together, y'all like my neighbors. Hey,